Hey everybody, welcome back to Chortle Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Jake. I just got a haircut, and I'm joined by the Stream King, the Far Cry Guy, the man that may cry devil, and the guardian of hating video game companies when they do stupid things.
Oh man, actually, now that you say that, I have another story for us to talk about.
I
It has
can't
to do
wait.
with everyone's favorite French sexual harassers, Ubisoft. They've got allegations. Everyone does. No, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Steven, what's up, buddy?
Hey. So I told you that something funny happened and that I was going to start the show with that. Anna and I were eating nice dinner, like you do around this time.
A nice dinner or an ice dinner?
A nice dinner.
Okay, great.
It's ice dinner is Tuesdays. It's Monday.
Of course. Sorry.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, I know.
Who am I? The week is flying by,
I get it. We're eating a nice dinner, watching an episode of Saturday Night Live, where we've been working our way through all
on a
SNL
Monday night.
episodes.
On a Monday night.
Yes, it's our.
I'm just making sure. I'm really. It's a little bit of a confusing.
Look.
So
I didn't think that having a hard time figuring out what day would be part of this. Also, I'm playing Hades while I tell this story, so I really should get my priorities. Anyway, we're watching SNL, right? So it was an episode from 2008. Host was Michael Phelps, and he was doing his monologue, right? And it was bad because he's not a comedian, and non-comedian monologues are always real cringe. So they usually bring in a celebrity ringer, like plant them in the audience and have them have some interaction. So it's like, you don't remember how cringy the host was. You remember the ringer,
Right.
So they got William Shatner, which is a really weird ringer to bring up. But
okay, yeah.
William Shatner's bantering with Michael Phelps on stage. But I couldn't help but be distracted because next to William Shatner, sitting down, I kid you not, was Guy Fieri. And he was an audience member. He was not part of the episode.
He's just there. He wasn't part of the bit.
He was just there. Like I don't know if he was famous yet at this time.
Was he eating chicken?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
no, he wasn't.
It's a shame.
He had the tips though. He was still peak Guy Fieri. But like, what blows my mind about this is that if he was famous at this point, the person who sat down William Shatner and was like, "This is where you'll be for your bit." If Guy Fieri was famous at this point, you got to move him because I'm not listening to a single thing.
When was this from?
2008, like September 2008. I don't even know if Guy was a thing back then, but he was still Guy. He still had the hair. He was still Flavor Town, But even if he wasn't famous back then, a man that looks like Guy Fieri is going to draw attention.
All right, so according to Distractify.com, he got started on the Food Network in 2006. So that's at least 2 years for for Triple D to have been going on.
He may not have been like mainstream famous yet, but he was famous enough to where he could pull strings and be like, "Hey, give me tickets on SNL."
He was on TV.
So like, this doesn't help my confusion, Jake, because if you got a guy that is on TV who was able to swing tickets for SNL, why do you put him there? Someone got fired. Someone had to have gotten fired.
I doubt somebody got fired. I'm sure it's only funny now because it's like, oh, that's Guy Fieri.
What's really funny about that, though, like another thing that's really funny about this already hilarious thing that happened to me, is that this was the first episode that Bobby Moynihan was on the cast, and one of his best impressions is Guy Fieri. There's a conspiracy here somewhere. There are pieces that need to be put together. I will update you with my progress.
Please do. Keep track of this mystery, Steven. Welcome to Chortlecast. This is the official podcast of Chortle Games, where we talk about video games, TV shows, movies, anime, Guy Fieri conspiracies
involving everyone's favorite chicken guy, Guy Fieri.
Oh, chicken guy. Yes, Chortle Cast. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here to do. What's up, Austin? What's up, Vortex? Austin, I chose Stabomancer as my second class in Wonderlands, I believe. Is that right, Steven?
You
Yeah.
did.
I was going back and forth for the last time about if I should get the spell slinger or whatever it was. And I just decided, nope. Stabbing is going to probably be more valuable to me in the long haul.
Spell
So,
Slinger is the one you go with if you don't like your active skills, but
I liked
by all
my
accounts,
active
love
skills.
your active skills.
Yeah.
So.
What up? And then what's up, Joe? Of course, this is
Joe. Back up the podcast like 45 seconds.
And get back to it.
I just told you.
Get back to it. Yes, thank you, Austin, for keeping a lookout for stuff. So, now before we begin the show proper, we do have a great show for you tonight. We're going to be talking. We're going to hear a little bit about Steven's trip that he took this weekend. Little baby moon. Which for those uneducated, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get there.
All you people who didn't get a high school diploma, uneducated people.
Did I say that?
No, but I thought you were about to be like uneducated, and then I was going to play off of that.
I was just going to be
I
like,
have a high school diploma.
I might as well. We've gotten here now. I might as well just say like what I was going to say was like for those who like aren't in the know, that's like a vacation you take before you have a baby. But I was like, that's already too many words. I'm just trying to get through what we're talking about. So we're going to hear about
the podcast tonight.
We're going to hear about that from Steven. I'm going to talk very briefly about my time with Blake. And then
Blake?
What?
Did you say Blake or Lake? I could have sworn you said Blake. I don't know any Blakes. I knew as soon as you said it, I was like, he means Lake, but Blake that I need to know about. Yeah,
well, Steven, I'm sorry. This is something I need to tell you. I'm replacing you with Blake.
Someone else.
Someone else. That would be pretty funny. Blake and Jake. That would be a weird.
Stop looking for Blake.
It'd be a weird show. We're going to talk a little bit about the Square Enix studio selling that happened. It's kind of the buzz today. And then kind of our topic of the show, we're going to do some Buzzfeed quizzes. So just kind of some fun quizzes like what potato are you? And whatever else we can find. I don't know. We're just gonna ride the wave. I'm pretty sure there's one. I'm pretty sure I saw last time we were doing.
If there is one, is not a question. There's a BuzzFeed question for quiz for everything. But do we really need to know what kind of potato we are?
I mean, I'd be kind of curious what they would give me. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm talking like, are you a French fry? Are you a hash brown?
What preparation of potato are you? Not like what literal raw potato are you?
Steven, I did write the quiz. Okay. Don't come after me about the naming structure of the quiz. They should have. I agree with you. They should have.
I'm not adding you. I just want to make sure that I'm on the same page.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page. It's gonna be a great time. Joe's playing Back 4 Blood. That's nice. We need to jump back into that. I would like to stream that again this week if we could.
I would love that.
Just as a personal preference. But anyway, good show. We got a lot to talk about. Before we talk about any of that, though, I do have some housekeeping for you to kind of get into it. Some of you may or may not know or have even noticed for the longest time, which is kind of the point. Typically, when we are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook all at the same time. So, like, if you're watching this live right now, most of you are on YouTube, but there could potentially be people on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, all at the same time. And we've been doing that.
Then
say hi.
Say hi, or else what's about to happen? You have no one to blame but yourself.
So we've been doing that for I want to say almost 2 years, Steven. Is that unfair to say? I mean, maybe even 3.
That's I feel like
we at least 2, maybe 3 years we've been doing our streams that way, where it's been going to multiple places at once. And the original thought behind this was obviously we started on YouTube, And that was where a lot of our subscribers and commenters, and that's where our audience has been. But we wanted to just kind of we saw an opportunity to stream to those places without losing, also streaming to YouTube. I think for a while, if you'll recall, we were using Twitch as almost like Twitch is Jake's perspective, but then Steven's perspective is on YouTube. Like, so go to whichever, blah, blah, blah. But when we kind of found a way to do both at the same time, we took it as an opportunity of like, hey, let's see if we can grow on some of these other channels. And we certainly have had some growth, but nothing super significant by any stretch of the imagination. But this is a service that we've actually been paying for to do that, to stream to all three of those places. And I don't know what really was kind of like the nail on the head. You could say that just like is the deciding factor, but it just kind of hit me and Steven recently, and really just kind of talking about it. It's just like, maybe it's not worth it, because in streaming to so many places at once, we kind of have to generalize a lot of things. Like, we can't.
Tags was the main thing that started.
Tags was maybe that was the nail on the nail in the coffin. But we can't set tags for YouTube. Actually, hilariously, YouTube is one of the only channels through the site that you can't specify what game or you're doing, or like specify that you're doing a podcast. Twitch is one of the only ones that will allow that on this service. So anyway, in a way, in an effort to go to multiple platforms, we were hindering ourselves on any specific platform. And so we've hit the point where, you know what, we tried, we let that go. And it was great, but ultimately I don't know that it yielded the benefits that we were hoping for. So
we either could keep doing what we're doing and basically doing not 100% in multiple places, or save some money and do 100% on the platform that has actually garnered results.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's kind of where we're at. And so what that means for most of you watching and most of you listening is doesn't really mean a whole lot, because you're already on YouTube, and that's chortlegames.com if you want to go there. You're already listening through our channel on YouTube and watching through our channel on YouTube. And so this won't be a big deal to you. What it will be a big deal is that I'm going to be saving money personally, which I appreciate. But also, we just won't be streaming to Facebook or Twitter or Twitch. I feel like Twitch is kind of the bigger one that I personally am a little sad that we're losing, just because I was hoping that one could build up. And we have almost like 104, 105 followers on there. So like,
where are they?
I mean, where are the 1,030 that are on YouTube? You know what I mean? But hey, we're here. The ones that matter. Well, no, they all matter, but some more than others. We do like the people that say hi in the comments. But if you're a lurker, that's cool too. We love you too. Anyway, all of that to say, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Steven said that, just for the record.
I did.
So the
record. Did I mean it? Maybe.
Maybe he did. He totally meant it. Anyway, but what this is going to allow us really to focus more on YouTube. So hopefully this means you'll get notified properly. Hopefully this means we will see some new people popping in, because it will be tagged properly and we'll be able to help the algorithm out. But then also something that I'm hoping will come to fruition is that I'm going to use some of the resources that we were spending on this service to multi-stream, and I'm actually going to pay some editors to create some highlights of some streams. So probably like once a month we'll post like a short or like a 1 to 2 minute thing. I've had a channel TikTok for a while. I've just done nothing with it. We may start to post some things there. So anyway, if you're somebody who maybe doesn't have the time to show up to streams live, or you don't always have time to go back and rewatch the whole stream, hopefully some of the better streams of the month will get turned into these highlights, and will just be something nice that you can kind of go back to. So anyway,
so it's for our YouTube people.
I knew you were going to flag that tech comment.
Yeah, for our YouTube people, this means basically nothing's going to change. It's just that we're going to try to be more tactful with how we create content here. We're just reallocating resources to just better be on YouTube,
right?
Which, by the way, Vortex, I have to address that. This bow has like that right there. That is one of my bows that has been sitting there behind me on podcast since February. And you're just now, you thought it was a violin. Even if it was a violin, I think it warrants.
It would have had to have been a cello,
right?
Is what it should have been.
And even then, it'd be a really thin cello.
I mean, you could be. I would not be surprised, Steven, if you told me you had an electric cello. You know what I mean? And
I would love to be a cellist. Cello
would be a cool hidden talent for you.
No, I'm just a nationally ranked archer. That's it.
Number 13.
Number 13.
And I think Vortex asked about my wall. It's just a sound. It's a sound barrier thing that I got for work because I figured I shouldn't be making professional accounting videos with a keyblade in the background. But maybe I should. I don't know. So anyway, I need to get some like stuff because this is the perfect kind of fabric to like put some thumbtacks and like hang some stuff. So right. I may need to put some things up there. But anyway, that's the housekeeping. That's some things that are going to change. So like I said, really, if you're somebody who already watches this on YouTube, you're not going to really notice much. You just may notice, hopefully, more people in the chat, and hopefully just, better content coming to YouTube. So, but anyway, look forward to that. Stay tuned for that. If you are somebody on Twitch, Facebook, or Twitter watching us, I'd encourage you to go to chortlegames.com and subscribe there and follow us there. Of course, if you're an audio listener, we'll still be going to Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So nothing really changes for you as far as the podcast goes. But our live stream content, you'll have to go to chortlegames.com. So anyway, that is the deal. Vortex says, show it off, Jake. Don't be ashamed of your gamer lifestyle. Oh, I'm not ashamed at all. I did several videos with the Keyblade behind me, and no one said anything. I am afraid someone will say something at some point, and so that's where I'm at. So anyway, say that what you will. And then Austin is saying, Jake, I've got so much Clawbringer and Stabomancer rings and amulets. I can't wait. I'm really excited about the frying pan that you gave me last stream because of all the things that you could have gifted me. Like, if I had to pick one thing that you gifted me with, which you only gifted me with one thing, I'm really glad it was the frying pan. I think I told you that, Steven, for when he left. I was like, I'm really glad the thing that he gave me was a frying pan. So anyway. Cool. All right, that's housekeeping for us. Let's jump into the show and just keep talking, keep it going. Steven, let's talk about Fizzolis. I want to hear all about it. While you talk, I'm going to start bringing up some pictures. So take it away.
So I'm just going to talk about the baby moon in general. Not really much to talk about. We just took a weekend and went to a little place in Arkansas that was it was like a little farm, but it was next to a residential area. It's really weird. But it was super pretty out there. Yeah, like it was on the edge of a neighborhood. There was a gate and it led to a farm that was surrounded by trees that was still like right next to the highway. So it was like a farm in the middle of civilization. It's cool.
In the middle of civilization.
But so we went out there. I'll talk about that, I guess, first, because the farm is probably less interesting to you guys than drive-through Italian food. So I'll get to the drive-through Italian food shortly. But no, the farm was really cool. They had a natural pool that dogs could swim in. So that's one of the things that we wanted to go there for, is that we've been trying to get Flynn and Minnie to see if they like to swim or not.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't. Minnie, we think it was a little too cold for Minnie, but Flynn, he loves the water, but he just doesn't want you to know that he loves to swim. Like, he's really stubborn about it. But no, it was really pretty out there. They had a turtle in the pond named Thor.
Love it.
He was real cute. They had a bunch of frogs in the pond too. Like it was like a natural habitat, but it was also a pool. It was really neat. So yeah, that was basically what we did over the weekend. We just went out there. We didn't really even leave. We were just real chill. But on the way up there, we passed a fast food restaurant called Fazoli's, and I talked about this last week. Fazoli's, there used to be one out in Jackson. Hold on, go back one. Okay, we'll hold here for a second, and
okay, I'm holding.
I'll provide some context. So Fazoli's, there used to be one here in like the Jackson area of Mississippi, way back in the day, and it closed. And so there's not a lot of them. Like, I feel like a lot of them have been closing, but I don't know if the franchise is dying or not. But they seem to be doing fine. Like we had a really good experience. We went there twice, one on the way to the Airbnb and one on the way back. But all in all, I have eaten Fazoli's for the past 4 days. And it's been great. But
you messed up my slogan. Steven told me earlier. He's like, yeah, I pretty much ate it 3 times. Went there twice though, and I was like, there twice, ate there thrice.
Well, on the trip, ate there thrice.
There you go.
But I also ate it today. But basically, all you need to know about Fazoli's is that it is a fast food Italian place. They have pizzas, pastas, breadsticks, all that stuff. But it's drive-through. So that was a picture of the pizza. That is a breadstick. Think Olive Garden breadsticks.
It's also a great foot shot.
Thanks. There was not a lot of room. We had so much food, and there was like no room.
One thing I'll say about Steven is like when he likes a restaurant, if he passes that restaurant, he's gonna get enough food to eat that restaurant for a week.
I want to not want to eat at that restaurant for the amount of time it's going to take me to be able to eat at that restaurant again. And let me tell you, I could not eat any more Fazoli's today because I gorged myself. But those are the breadsticks. Ooh. That is a chicken parm with pesto drizzle sub.
Amazing.
Came with a side of a slice of cheese pizza. That's what I had. That's what this is. Yeah. Yes, that is the cheese pizza.
That's a pretty solid looking cheese pizza.
Honestly, it's better than Little Caesars. Like to me, like I think it's extremely better than Little Caesars. It's not quite Domino's, but like it's it's in the fight. But it's fast food.
It's in the fight.
It's in the fight. So yeah, that was the sub. That was what Anna got. That is a broccoli and chicken penne. It was like I think it had an Alfredo sauce. There's chicken in there. There's cherry tomatoes. Broccoli. It's pasta. You get it from a drive-through.
I like it.
That is the whole pizza that we got. I forgot to take a picture of it before I ate an additional slice of the pizza. So you guys got a partial pizza.
So we get a Pac-Man pizza. I'm all about it.
Pac-Man pizza, absolutely. That is the chicken. This is the second time we went. The chicken parm. That is the chicken parm, but as a slider on breadstick.
I like that. Yeah. I've never seen like well, first off, the chicken parm, I've never seen that, but like I like the slider.
Yeah, it's very good.
That you went
with the breadsticks. Imagine like Olive Garden breadsticks, but they're way softer, but in like a good way. Very good. That is a keto-friendly flatbread pizza that Anna got the second time we went. It's a slider vortex. There's not supposed to be the rest of it. It's small. It's a cheap option. That's the point.
I don't appreciate flatbread pizza, but this looks good.
It was pretty good.
Looks a little crispy for my taste.
It was very crispy. So that, don't know why that picture came in so weird. That is the lasagna that I ordered. That is leftover. That's actually from today or yesterday.
I love how Steven eats like a full bite or two, and then it's like, oh yeah, I need to take a picture of this.
We'll see. See, that was when I cut it out of the pan to microwave it, and then I was like, I need to get a picture of it, so I'll get a picture of but I'm not eating. So that's what I do.
There you go. There you go.
But no, lasagna in a drive-through. How ridiculous is that? And it was good. It was good.
It
lasagna.
Looks good. I hope it's good. Yeah, let's say
that is
now
an orange cream cheesecake, and it's amazing. I got it twice. Both times we went, I got the orange cream cheesecake. It was fantastic.
You know, I am a little hit or miss on orange, like the dreamsicle, like craze, but this looks divine. I really like the look of this.
It was really good. Also, Flynn just fell off the recliners. That's why I had to look away for a second. You okay, buddy? Hey, come here. Come here.
Bless him. Bless him.
You gonna talk about how you didn't like to swim? No. He did when the tennis ball was at risk. That was the only thing that could get him into the water.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, you gotta go in for the tennis ball. Yeah, that Airbnb was crazy. The more I saw of it,
it was really cool.
Yeah,
it was the kind of thing where like we didn't want to go on a trip where we had things to do. We just wanted to go chill, and it was like the perfect thing for that. Because if the dogs wanted to go outside, we go outside and we just chill at the pool, and they run around and they interact with the horses. Or the other dogs. They had 3 labs there. They were really sweet.
Nice.
They had a golden retriever puppy, like an 8-week-old golden retriever puppy, and I about died.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
She was so cute. She kept trying to like drink out of the pool, but you know how puppies are really awkward and they don't know like how to like adjust their body weight.
Yeah,
it would like it would go to drink and like throw its whole body forward, but then be like, whoa, like just lost its balance every few seconds. It was the cutest thing ever.
I love it. That's awesome.
Great time.
I'm glad y'all had fun. I'm glad y'all had
we
a
ate
good
Fazoli's. Time. We spent like $90 at Fazoli's. It was great.
Oh man.
Over the course of both trips, I kid you not, we got probably 35 breadsticks.
It sounds like one of those challenges. It's like how many Fazoli's breadsticks can you eat in one sitting?
All of them. I would eat
all of them. Steven can have.
Like, I couldn't eat any more Fazoli's right now.
Right.
But I could eat the breadsticks.
Really?
All day.
So like they look like breadsticks from like an Olive Garden type place. Is that about on par with what they were like, or
size? Yes, but like I said, they're like those but softer,
right?
And like more flavorful.
Okay.
I like a good Olive Garden breadstick, but Fazoli's to me are better.
Okay, all right. Well,
and at one point when we were ordering the food, because we didn't know like how many breadsticks came with each like meal that we got. At one point, I was like, okay, now we want 12 breadsticks. And Anna was like, okay, 12 breadsticks. And the lady was like, are you sure you're at 16 right now? I was like, okay, dial it back to 6.
Oh, man. No, see, that sounds just right. It's like, yeah, we don't have enough breadsticks here. Breadsticks are great, though. Like, you can just eat a bunch of breadsticks.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. Joe was chiming in with all the carbs, though.
I felt like I'd eaten all the carbs. I'm still feeling it a little bit.
That's why you don't plan anything for those. I hate that Chicken Guy and Earl of Sandwich are so far away, because that's the perfect trip. Is just go eat Earl of Sandwich and Chicken Guy and just not do anything else. That's all you need.
Those are places that I would make a trip for. Fazoli's is one of those that like I will go out of my way on a trip a little bit to eat there.
But you're not going to make a trip, even though you just did make a trip.
That was just Anna's clever planning, knowing that I needed Fazoli's in my life, and so she was like, I don't know if she planned the Airbnb around the fact that Fazoli's was in route, but it worked out.
She Google searched farm Airbnb near Fazoli.
Where can I take my dogs to swim? But also Fazoli's needs to be on the way.
I love it. Well, cool. Well, what I did with my weekend, other than work, is I finished Lake. Actually did a live stream Friday of late game Lake. If I remember correctly, I got you guys basically to where I was no longer playing the game. I was just watching the outcomes of my labor happen. And so I had to break right at that point. But to get the trophy, I had to do all 3 endings, and so I did that, and I now have the platinum for it. My overall review of Lake, Steven, I'm honestly just a little disappointed in it.
Yeah, like I can imagine.
Usually,
it did not look good.
Well, but like, it's one of those that's been on a lot of the wholesome directs and things like that. And the premise is nice. The story is not like the story is the best part of the game, I would say. But it's not like great or surprising. Like it feels very much like playing a Hallmark movie.
Freeform.
Well, the drug thing kind of ended up.
No. We decided that if it was a drug thing, it was Lifetime. But because you were in a lesbian relationship, that automatically jumped into Freeform.
I gotcha.
They don't do that on Hallmark.
Well, you could have been in a heterosexual relationship,
but you weren't.
To. I mean, at the time, no.
You went straight to lesbian.
It was. I don't know that I went straight to lesbian, but that's just where it landed. Anyway, the story was okay. The story was decent. It was very much like watching one of those kind of movies, like a TV show or a TV movie. That's you can easily call out all the plot points that are going to happen. But it was still charming. Like the characters were charming, and I liked a lot of the characters. And then as far as like the gameplay, it was I liked the premise of just a chill, like we're delivering mail, like we're kind of interacting with the town that we live in, and that was all fine and good, but just I don't know, it was very glitchy. One of the endings, my character was facing the complete other direction from people talking to her, which was hilarious. So I don't know. I was just from an indie game, I was just kind of hoping. Usually with indies, you get a smaller experience, but I feel like most of the indies that I've played that you hear about, right, are pretty are pretty polished for what they are, right? Occasionally you get some weird glitches and whatnot, but this one was abound with just bugs, and gameplay did not feel super great. And so I don't know, it was just kind of a weird. It was weird to me how much I had heard about this game from people who have similar tastes to me. I feel like normally, I just was surprised by how much I didn't like in it. But anyway, I got to try. I got a platinum out of it, so I'm okay. I'm happy with how it all netted out. And I was just really sad today that the Sifu update did not launch today, and it launches tomorrow. So I'm ready to go back and get my Sifu platinum.
I'll be right back. I gotta let Flynn out.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Very excited to get my Sifu platinum tomorrow, and I wish they had. They dropped their whole roadmap. They dropped their release for like the rest of the year, and I think it's in winter. They are dropping I think they called it an arena mode, and my immediate understanding of that personally was that was probably going to be a PvP mode, but I've heard from other in Sifu, yeah, that one of the last content drops is called it's a new mode called Arena. It's gonna be a horde mode. See, that's what everybody else keeps saying. So my brain jumped to PvP, but I would love a horde mode, and I think that would be.
I think it's going to be a horde mode because I don't think Sifu.
That seems more. That seems more in style with what they're going for.
Yeah,
so
and if you want PvP Sifu, just go play Absolver. That's what it was made for.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope that's what it is. That would be better. But anyway, part of the things I need for the trophy. An arena mode would probably be very helpful, but anyway, I digress. Yeah, that's that. Stevens, let's jump in and talk about. We don't do news stories a ton now, but we had a big one happen today. Embracer Group announced that it has acquired Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal, along with a catalog of IPs from Square Enix, including Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, Legacy of Kain, and more than 50 other IP games. And they bought all of this for $300 million.
Yeah, they got to steal.
Got to steal. Xbox paid $100 million for exclusivity of when the new Tomb Raider reboot series happened. Xbox paid a third of that just to have exclusivity.
And they didn't even have they had launch exclusivity.
Yes, thank you for specifying that. Yeah.
So Square got ripped off, and the fact that they let that happen, to my knowledge, they weren't hurting to where they needed to sell those off, because all of those studios, or at least for the most part, like Eidos and Crystal Dynamics, they're very successful studios. They are very well liked. They make good games. Say what you want about Avengers, but
I mean the Tomb Raider games, the new Tomb Raider games were very well received. And they made 3 of them. They were all very good. No, I'm sorry, Vortex. I don't want to get too far away from your question. If you like Mortal Kombat games, you would probably love Sifu.
It's a completely different. I don't know how to play Mortal Kombat. Clearly, I've played it on stream. You guys know this, but
there's all kind of Sifu is as close to a Mortal Kombat kind of game that I could ever get, because it's a lot of combos and directional combos and button combo presses and stuff.
It's also less about the down forward square or all that kind of stuff, and it's more about it's less of combining movement with combos and more of positioning and combos, I guess, if that makes sense. And there is some movement combos like the leg sweep and all that stuff, but whereas Mortal Kombat is all about button inputs based on ups, lefts, downs, rights, all that kind of stuff, and your squares, triangles, whatever's. Sifu is more about positioning, because it's three-dimensional, not just two-dimensional like Mortal Kombat. But I mean, if what you like about Mortal Kombat is just aggressive, fast-paced kung fu, you'll love Sifu. It's great.
I was gonna say, I think it would be a good fit. But anyway, yes, lots of talent, lots of good games. I mean, heck, Guardians of the Galaxy is one that I know Steven is frustrated about. That was our game of the year last year.
Which, real quick, I know that I'm pissed about the fact that this means we probably won't get another Guardians of the Galaxy game. But did you see the set photos from Volume 3, the movie?
Oh, no, I did not.
They are wearing classic Annihilation Conquest Guardians outfits. So the one with the blue and red with the Guardian symbol, that's what they're wearing.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm very excited about that. That's the first good Marvel news I've gotten in the past 2.5 years, probably. That's not true. Hawkeye was good.
Hawkeye was good. Hawkeye was good. Haley Atwell in that. Or Haley Steinfeld.
There you go. Haley Atwell is Peggy Carter.
Yeah. Who we may see this weekend. Just saying.
I want
throwing out there.
I want to be excited for a Doctor Strange movie, but literally everything they've shown me just makes me realize that they don't know what to do with Doctor Strange at all. They just really want to get these cameos out there, and he is basically their pawn.
I've been trying to avoid it, Vortex, but I saw the one trailer that made me say, "Oh, nope, okay, I'm done watching trailers. Can't see. I need to just avoid anything I see of this now."
I'm calling it now, and maybe I'm wrong. If I am, who cares?
I can't wait.
None of
Give
it
me
matters.
the prediction.
None of it matters.
None of what happens in the movie matters?
None of it. Sure, there may be something where it's oh, the multiverse is open now, but the Illuminati being in it doesn't matter. Xavier being in it doesn't matter. Captain Britain doesn't matter. It is all just going to be cameos, and it's going to be so inconsequential, and most of them are probably going to die in the movie.
All right. I feel like, Steven, I feel like Doctor Strange correct me if I'm wrong, is Doctor Strange the first Marvel movie we've had since since Endgame? Obviously we've had Spider-Man
Are you talking
Far
about
From Home,
timeline wise, or
I guess?
because Endgame happened, then immediately
we had
Far From Home.
Far From Home. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Eternals is also after. Black
Yeah.
Widow is not.
Yeah.
So unless if there's one I'm forgetting, this is the fourth one, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah,
Fourth
I was going to say, No Way Home has happened. A lot of Marvel TV shows have happened.
Right, but none of it matters.
Yeah, none of them, a lot of them seem to be inconsequential, right? Mm-hmm. I think, obviously, it will provide us some context for where Wanda is in Multiverse of Madness, but I would think, Steven, I would hope that the movie is going to matter more. And I know what you're saying, what you're going to say about what someone could say about, Spider-Man No Way Home, what did any of that matter? It all ended up wherever. I would argue that that's still the Marvel / Sony partnership, you know what I mean? And so what, you know what I mean? That's kind of, I always thought it was weird that technically phase, what are we in now? 4? Whatever the phase was after Endgame, I always thought it was weird that that started off with a Spider-Man movie, because it was just this isn't technically fully Marvel's yet. And so now it's just funny that we've had 2 Spider-Man movies before we've really had any other relevant movie. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is maybe, I'll say this, Steven, if this movie doesn't kind of right the ship, I don't know how much hope I have.
Here's the thing. How much can you expect this movie to course correct when literally all we've been told and shown is just, you don't know what to expect. Here's all these crazy cameos. We don't even really know what the story is. We just know who to expect. So how much storytelling can you expect this movie to carry on its back when they don't really even care enough to tell us what the story is? And I could be excited about the movie if I knew what the hell was going on in Marvel right now. They don't even know where we're headed. It's just kind of like multiverse, I guess. Did Loki break it? Who knows? Did Peter break it? Maybe. Who knows? Did Wanda do it? We don't know. I've said it a million times. And when Avengers happened, we knew we were headed to Thanos. Every step led to Thanos. Every single movie, we're like, oh crap, is there an Infinity Stone in this? We all were able to speculate. The Eye of Agamotto is an Infinity Stone. I called it months before that movie, a year before that movie came out, actually, that the Eye was the Time Stone, because the breadcrumbs were placed there for me. But where we are now with Doctor Strange 2, it's just, well, Spider-Man made $1 jillion because they brought back actors and it was an inconsequential movie. So let's just do that again. Who's going to stop us? You'll go see it, you bunch of idiots.
See, I feel like what you just said is more what Sony said in their boardroom was, hey, the Into the Spider-Verse movies did great. Marvel is fixing to do a bunch of multiverse stuff. Let's just do that. And so I feel like, unfortunately, they did what Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is going to do before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness
went under reshoots after No Way Home came out.
Yeah.
A lot of reshoots. And so that's the thing. Maybe it was Sony, but when you make as much money as No Way Home did, even though Marvel has been under good leadership, when they don't know what they're doing, and COVID could be a big reason for that, is that things got shifted around. And so they just kind of are like, we'll make a story when the theaters are open again.
Right. They're riding the wave.
They're just riding the wave. And maybe Multiverse of Madness is a product of that. But the fact remains is that I will not be impressed or really invested until they bother to tell me a story that actually matters, because Marvel works, or has worked for all these years. because the story mattered. Like
right.
each
It was
movie,
building to something.
It was building to something, and we don't know what we're building towards. There's 3 different corners of the Marvel universe right now. There's whatever the hell's going on in the cosmic stuff with the Eternals. There's like the street level stuff / gods are real, I guess, like with Moon Knight. And then there's the multiverse stuff. Like, but what does it mean? Kang's in there somewhere.
There might be multiple Kangs. Who knows?
There are multiple Kangs, but we've only met one, and he's already dead.
There's been big speculation. I have not watched any of the Moon Knight series, but I keep hearing. I've heard a couple people say that because apparently one of the Kangs was very Egyptian themed. A lot of people have been thinking that he was going to turn out to be the big bad of Moon Knight. This is me. I have no context for what that could look like. So anyway,
maybe we should do a watch along of Moon Knight for channel content, because I haven't watched it either.
I haven't watched a single episode, so I'm down. The only thing I know is there's something about a hippopotamus.
Yeah, I've seen them. It's been meme to hell. Like the meme of Oscar Isaac and Oscar Isaac being like, at something. I've seen that literally every 2 minutes.
Well, I do love sometimes when like a meme hits just right for me, or like I love when out of context stuff hits and I really don't know what it's about, and then I find out what it's about. Because the very first I saw one thing that was just like out of context Moon Knight for tonight's episode, and it was Oscar Isaac. Is that his name?
Oscar Isaac, yes.
Yeah. The actor on Jimmy Fallon or something.
Yeah.
And he was just singing a song that I guess he made up. Again, I don't even have context for what was happening in Jimmy Fallon, but he's got a guitar and he's going, hippopotamus, hippopotamus. Oh yeah, hippopotamus. And like singing this whole song. And I was just like, the fuck? What is this hippopotamus thing happening?
Yeah.
And then I saw the meme and I was like, what? So anyway, I want to watch it, but yeah, maybe I'm up for that.
I have been waiting to binge it, and I mean, Lord knows that Moon Knight's not going to matter for Multiverse of Madness because nothing does.
I mean, we could do 2. I don't know how many episodes it is. I'm guessing like 6. We could do 2 episodes a stream for 3 weeks and knock it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
That would just be like we did Mortal Kombat, where it's just our reaction and we just would be watching. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm up for that. Yeah, whatever.
So
anyway, we got super derailed there.
We did.
What we were talking about
Square
Enix selling these 3 studios. Yeah. So just that's the we read it.
Why? Money. Because they did it wrong if that's what their motivation was.
Square Enix said that the deal enables the launch of new businesses moving forward with investments in fields, oh, you're going to love this, including blockchain, AI, and the cloud. And then this is their further statements. Going forward, the company's development function will comprise its studios in Japan, Square Enix and external studios, and Square Enix Collective. The company's overseas studios will continue to publish franchises such as Just Cause, Outriders, and Life is Strange.
I forgot about Outriders. How did
I know. I can't believe you said that. Steven was like, well, I hate Square Enix now.
I knew I was forgetting one. Because they had a great year last year. And so People Can Fly, are they still under Square Enix? Did they not get out?
It looks like it. I'm not sure. Did they get out? I'm not sure which of these 3. I'm pretty sure they're not a Japan studio.
They're not. They're like Swedish or something.
I'm not sure. Let me try to find out who is in the collective. I honestly, Steven, but here's my
probably
thing.
A good case. Like I can't say best case scenario, but it's a better situation for like Crystal Dynamics or developers that have those IPs where they have ownership of them.
Yeah.
But because the 2 games that I care about, good night, Courtney. The 2 games that I care about from this buyout are Marvel IPs. That sucks because there's now no guarantee that we'll get any more from Avengers or any more from the Guardians. And since negotiation would have to come to the table again, all over again for a sequel, Like Avengers, you can get continued development, whatever. But if they're going to make a Guardians of the Galaxy sequel, they have to renegotiate with Marvel. And if Marvel's going to negotiate, they're not going to negotiate with the developer. They'll negotiate with the publisher.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, they'll have to. Guardians for sure will have to renegotiate. I'm pretty sure though, like if any more content comes from Crystal Dynamics with Avengers, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to negotiate that as well.
Didn't you say something about honoring existing games?
They'll yeah, that game will still exist and will run until they decide to shut the servers down.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think if new content, like I don't know what their next expansion, if it even is one planned.
It's Jane Foster.
A lot of well, that's the next hero. I don't know that that's a full expansion like War for Wakanda. Yeah. We've had rumors of She-Hulk or whatever. Whoever the next like War for Wakanda is, I would think maybe they, let's say they're like 75% done with that expansion. That one will probably make it through. But I would imagine that if they started development once this deal is done on another expansion, let's just call it the Captain Marvel expansion, I would think that they would have to renegotiate with Marvel.
Well, I forgot to mention.
But I personally don't think we're going to get that far.
I don't.
Regardless.
I forgot to mention this. Last week, I think I saw that there was a Reddit, like someone asked one of the developers on the team over at Marvel. I don't know if it was Miller, the guy that does all the leaks or whatever, but basically you had a direct quote, whether it was on Reddit or Twitter or whatever, from one of the people on the team over at Crystal Dynamics that basically said something along the lines of, no roadmap actually exists. You need to temper your expectations. And that is probably because this buyout happened. They had a roadmap. They knew the buyout was coming. They had to scrap the roadmap, which means that the end of Avengers is probably in sight and it's out of their control.
Yeah. It's not a bad game. It really suffered from a lot of unfortunate timing issues, I think, and
they didn't put the right people. Like Crystal made a good game, but they did not. They were not prepared to deliver on live service, and Square did not give them what they needed. Whether it was a money issue or just sending them more of a team that was more experienced with live service stuff. That's what they needed, and they just didn't have it. And I hate that for them because the game itself is good.
I booted it up today. I didn't play much, but I looked at all my costumes I have for Thor, and I was just like, "Dang, I wish."
Costume they just came out with.
I came so close to buying it. I had some credits left over, but I never. You remember when the Thor Ragnarok like gladiator Thor outfit had come out? I was real excited about that one. I was just like, "Oh, that is the one I've been waiting for." I've never did go get that one. So when I logged on today, I only had enough for one, and it was either get that one or get the Destroyer one. And it was like, if I had enough for both, I would have gotten both. But having only enough for one, I was like, I got to do the Gladiator one. I may never wear this Destroyer one. It's cool, even though it's super cool.
We need to play Avengers again.
I'm all for it. We need to do the raid. We never did the raid. So anyway,
and that's something that. And do you think we've milked this?
You keep talking about it because I got to go get Asher for a second.
I've been thinking a lot about just regarding games like Avengers, games that I feel like just got the raw end of the deal, And you can't really say that about Avengers, but games that have a bad rep, whether it's because they botched the live service portion or because just misunderstanding the public eye, whatever reason, and like revisiting those and just doing content for those games. One of those we'll get to conversation here in a minute because I want to make sure Jake is here for that portion of discussion. But Avengers is definitely one of those because I won't argue that Avengers, they botched so much of the live service aspect of the game, but I think they also, I don't know if people they didn't temper expectations for what live service meant enough, I think, because I don't think they promised what people were expecting of them, but I don't think they did enough to move people's expectations away from expecting what they did.
How much do you think Marvel affected their ability to put things out?
Uh,
And the reason I asked, just to give you a second to think on that, you know, we've heard so many things, right? We've heard of She-Hulk, we've heard of Captain Marvel, which are obviously, well, She-Hulk I've always regarded as a weird choice. We've heard of Winter Soldier.
No one even likes She-Hulk, and that's a bold statement, sure, but She-Hulk fans, if you exist, tell me you exist. Please,
and you watch Chortle games.
And you watch, like, first of all, weird overlap, but like I've seriously never met a single person who is like, man, you know what this needs? She-Hulk.
Right.
Like I know people that's like, yeah, she's an okay character. Like, sure, and I'll give you that. But in a game like Avengers, who needs the lawyer chick who's also a Hulk? Because that's basically what she is.
Yeah.
Like I'm even a person who will say like, we don't need Daredevil. Like,
wow. Okay. Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to have a Daredevil, but like I don't think that's his scene.
We should be. They should have been more worried about variety up front, and then circle back to.
Yeah, like give us the all powerful characters so that people can stop naming Thor in literally every piece of content, because like all we got was just such street level characters that, and I guess I'm getting my wish because we're getting another version of Thor, but
right.
You know, like,
well, and so that's what I was kind of getting at, is like, you know, we've heard all these weird decisions, and then just out of left field, after the trailer for Thor Love and Thunder comes out, we get it revealed that the next hero is Jane Foster's Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And that caught me totally off guard. And obviously we had been in a bit of a drought as far as content up until that point too. So like, I'm just curious. I mean, that sounds like a marketing 1-2 punch, right? Here's the trailer. Here's she's coming to the game. Like, woohoo. Is that a Marvel decision? What's the story?
I mean, there's definitely
where I'm coming from.
There's definitely some overlap in, like, Marvel says, hey, this is going to be sorry, Anna was asking me something. But yes, the character is going to flop Vortex because no one even likes Jane Foster. But
I will play her.
I know you will, but no one likes her.
I will probably like her.
Well, you may like her as a playable character, but again, I reiterate, no one likes Jane Foster. But anyway, it's been rumored for a while that She-Hulk's been ready to go, but they've been waiting
for the show.
Mm-hmm. And so one could argue, well, maybe their slow output has been because Marvel's been saying this is when you can timeline things.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, like, I refuse to believe that if that was the case, like 100%, that we wouldn't be getting Doctor Strange this week.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange had the runway laid for him this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been in the first 3 characters released. Like, there's so much lore in this game that points to Stephen Strange being, like, there. So, like, if Marvel truly has been, like, saying, here's when you can release things, Multiverse of Madness is about to come out. Why are we, like, you know, like, why not?
It's the biggest Marvel movie this year. Or Thor Love and Thunder comes out this year too, right? Yeah.
That's gonna suck. Who cares?
I had not even thought about that. About how this would have been perfect to launch Doctor Strange.
Like, they've had it.
I don't know.
We've known Multiverse of Madness was on the horizon for so long.
Yeah.
So why would they do things like make the book where Doctor Strange is literally a main character, or do things where he's talking to Zavawari or whatever his name is in War for Wakanda. He literally has conversations with that guy. Like there's so much where it's like, yeah, Stephen Strange exists. It's just like Captain Marvel. Both of them, like I feel like both of them are on the horizon at all times, but they're not. It's so frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know. And so, and then obviously Crystal had announced at some point that they were working on another Tomb Raider game. Like that was where they were going back to. So I don't know. As much as I hope Avengers is not dead, I really don't know.
The best we can hope for is that Embracer sees the value in the Marvel IP, which Square never did.
Yeah.
At least not beyond getting the deal signed off to make the games in the first place.
Right.
But if Embracer sees the value in that and they're willing to fight for those, then what we'll see is either the game getting handed off from Crystal Dynamics to another team that can handle active, like service style development
updates,
or they'll give Crystal the people they need. Like I cannot, again, I refuse to believe that these companies are so stupid where they don't see the value in the game that Marvel's Avengers is. Sure, it has a bad rep, but all it takes is just one big update.
I mean, the War for Wakanda update, when it happened, it got a lot of praise because
people loved it.
It did a lot of good improvements. And the thing that was at the end of every article was, now let's see if they can keep this up. Like, let's see what happens. So, and of course, nothing happened.
And when you have games that have literally everything against them, like I watched a video essay on Fallout 76 from a channel that got recommended to me that does long form content, deep dives into games. I love that kind of stuff. So I watched this guy's video, and just seeing someone who, one thing I knew about him was that he's a huge Fallout fan. And he would say things like this, like, can I say that I didn't enjoy my experience? No, but I can say that 80% of my enjoyment came from the fact that I was expecting the game to break every 5 minutes. And like the glitches became the game. Like when you say stuff like that, and the impression of a game like Fallout 76 is just such vitriolic hate, because they botched that so badly to where the game changed the perspective of Bethesda, the guys that made some of the most well-renowned, well-loved games in history. Fallout 76 basically turned the public against them. But just because I was curious, I checked the Steam Fallout 76 page. Mostly positive. Because they've turned it around. And if you can do that with Fallout 76, and you're not willing to just throw some money, throw some people at the Avengers, how stupid are you? That's the easiest win. Just get somebody from a game that did live service well, hire them, make them a project lead, profit. That's it. I can't with these people. And I'm not even done talking about developers that I'm pissed off at. This show, are we even going to get to Buzzfeed?
I was just thinking a minute ago, I was like, we're an hour in and we haven't even done a quiz, and I don't feel like we have to at this point. Like, I feel like we could keep going on this for a while.
Well, I do have one more story, kind of sort of story.
Well, but before we jump to that, I just want to jump back to, we kind of glossed over the whole Square Enix statement. Was this this allows us to focus on blockchain, AI, and the cloud. And like AI, the cloud, okay, cool, sure, fine, whatever. Blockchain, seriously? I'm frustrated. I'm mad.
Yes, and which is why I said, did people can fly, get out? That's why I said that earlier, because we've known for a while Square Enix is kind of moving towards that space.
Yeah.
And so if there's one developer that I would want to get away from Square Enix right now, it's People Can Fly, because as far as I'm concerned, they've done literally everything right.
Yeah.
Like if as long as Square Enix just stays the hell away from them and just lets them do what they're doing, then the world will be a better place, you know?
Yeah.
Because like the fact that I forgot that was even Square Enix tonight, when I adore that game as much as I do, that should tell you how good they are at developing the game that they're making.
Yeah,
And
Square is very large.
they're out of touch.
They've
They're large,
had a
but
lot.
they're very out of touch. Any company that's like pushing super hard towards blockchain, NFTs, all that kind of stuff is just completely out of touch. Especially when you're going to sell for a fraction of what they're worth several of your best studios that reach more than your Japanese studios, the Western audience. Again, that's so stupid. I can't I can't with these people.
What was the other story you were?
Yeah, speaking of out of touch developers, Ubisoft.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this week, and this is nothing confirmed, but it's something that kind of it's happening. Probably like it's happening behind the scenes. If it is, then it's behind the scenes. I saw an article that said Ubisoft might be silently killing Watch Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And the article basically went through a bunch of the facts, saying like people that were involved with Watch Dogs Legion have either left the company or they've been moved on to other projects, like senior leadership with that game. And they've already confirmed that development on the game is done. They're not releasing any new content. And honestly, I could totally see that being the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to, and when you were walking away, I mentioned like it's been heavy on my mind, games that I feel like got a bad rep or that didn't get the appreciation they deserve, like Avengers, and like revisiting them for content just to give them more attention. And do I think that our little rinky-dink channel is going to change it? No, I don't. But Watch Dogs Legion is a game. To me, it's the best Watch Dogs has ever been. Not necessarily from story standpoint until you play the Bloodlines DLC, which, by the way, anyone who has played Watch Dogs Legion and did not play Bloodlines, for the love of God, go play Bloodlines. It's the best writing that Watch Dogs has had ever since Aiden Pierce. Possibly even better than Watch Dogs 1. It was so good. And like Legion was one of those games where it was like you play it and you're like, this is fantastic. I need to see what comes next. I need to see what they do with all of this goodwill, all of these good ideas. But they're pulling the plug on it probably. And so like I mentioned this to you last week. Like I really want to play Legion online, see if it's been fixed at all. Play the Legion of the Dead mode, like the zombie mode. I just want to explore that game some more. Give it a little more time before it, inevitably gets shut down.
Goes into the ether.
Yeah, because Watch Dogs is one of those that it's always been kind of an anomaly. I don't think people ever fully understood what Watch Dogs was trying to be. And even included in that is, I think, higher ups at Ubisoft. I don't think they understood what Watch Dogs was trying to be, in that they expected to be a Grand Theft Auto killer with Watch Dogs 1. That's not what it was trying to be. They expected Legion to be the next Grand Theft Auto Online. That's not what it was trying to be. And it's just so frustrating because Legion truly was the first big important steps in what could have been an absolute game changer in the genre.
Yeah.
But because they're not going to show it any love, because that would require
effort.
That would require effort that they're not going to, because they can't just apply the same tried and true Far Cry formula to it.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
And like I could make a list on a sticky note, changes that you could make to Watch Dogs Legion to make it resonate with players. Like just a few key changes to where they could do it to the current game, and then people would be like, oh, I get it. It just needed a little bit more.
Steven has a fire under him tonight. I love it. I'm up for streaming Watch Dogs Legion again.
I think
trying it out. Ubisoft is another one. Like there's rumors that they're potentially being bought out again. I think we maybe talked about that last week. There was another story about Ubisoft. Oh, so the joke that we've all been making too about Ubisoft is like Skull and Bones. Where's that? What is happening there? I When I tell you I was scrolling Twitter like 1 a.m. or something after getting Asher back to sleep or something, and I saw a tweet from Skull and Bones that had been retweeted by Ubisoft, I think. And it was just a ship sailing, and it was like, stay tuned for news. And I was just like,
You want to know why they did that?
I was like, you got to be kidding me. What? Why?
Why they because it leaked.
Oh, really?
Because gameplay of like an alpha or whatever leaked.
So I saw comments from Paul Tassi, I think, on Twitter. It was something about, I guess, and I assume this was from that leak, but it was something about you mine ore from your ship by shooting a mountain with cannons. And I was just like, oh, this isn't
You know what that reminds? You know what that reminds me of?
Well, it's please.
Starling, that Star Fox Toys to Life thing, where it was like, which honestly, not a terrible game.
Not a great. I don't know what the genre would be, but like, there's that too. But I was thinking more like space combat.
Yeah,
dogfighting. Great.
It was like third person No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
kind of.
That was more focused on.
Yeah, it was fun, but like the whole time I couldn't help but be like, this would probably be a lot more interesting if I wasn't stuck in my ship literally all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And the only reason I got that was because the Star Fox characters were attached.
Yeah. I mean, I revisited it kind of recently because I think I got the deluxe gold whatever $100 edition for like $15 on the eShop, and I played it for a bit. It was fun.
Yeah.
But that does not bode well for Skull and Bones. Gosh, I hope they try to make it a Toys to Life thing. That'd be hilarious.
that would be a really weird twist right now. I'm pretty sure Toys to Life.
It's dead. It's so dead.
I'm pretty sure that whole thing is just not feasible anymore.
Honestly, I think Skull and Bones is going to go the way of. I don't know if I can say this is what happened to Watch Dogs Legion, but it's going to be a game where they're just like, we put enough money into this. Let's just launch it in a state, and let's just eat the loss, you know, and never do this kind of game again. Which is so funny. Assassin's Creed died for this game. Think about that. Black Flag. How many years ago did that come out? Black Flag was their beta test for Skull and Bones. Think about that. That's so sad. Man.
It's the whole Ubisoft story is sad. Like, this would make a great like book late, like in 5 or 6 years from now, because we were all behind them when they were fighting a takeover, and then they won. And like, honestly, I hope they do sell, and I hope they sell to somebody who's gonna do something with what they get.
Responsible for these past games.
That's a little extreme, but
it's not.
I know what you're. I think I get the sentiment behind what you're saying, but
it really is amazing because I'm a loyal person. I'm the kind of person that you have to screw up pretty bad, or screw up repeatedly badly, to get me to the point to where I'm just like, I have literally nothing left for you. And that's what's happened to Ubisoft. I used to be one of their big defenders, and they've done nothing redeemable, like except for Watch Dogs Legion. Well, I even said back when it came out, I was like, this game gives me hope that there is a speck of what Ubisoft used to be still active at the company.
Yeah,
but there's not.
It's rough.
I hate it. It's rough. It sucks.
Well, we've gone all over the place. Had a great conversation that I wasn't expecting. I feel like we should either call it and I change the name of the stream, or we do some BuzzFeed quizzes for a bit.
I'll let you mull it over with the chat. I gotta let Flint in, so I'll be right back.
All right. Chat, where are we at? I know I've seen Vortex still chiming in. Let me know. Do you guys want to do some BuzzFeed quizzes? This will be really fun. I almost, in a way, I'd like to just save the title. Just leave it. and never do a BuzzFeed quiz. I think we at least do one. That's kind of where I'm at. Let's just do one. Let's do a really good one, and we'll call it from there. So we'll see what Steven wants to do when we get back. But anyway, I think that's just the way to go. So, Steven, here's where I'm at.
Okay.
Let's just do at least 2. So that we can we can keep the title. We didn't lie. We just maybe under delivered from the title, but I just think it'd be great. I think it'd be really funny. So now, Steven, I'm just scrolling some quizzes here, trying to see what would be good. Oh man. Now how big of a I know you've disappointed me before when we've talked about Danny Phantom.
Let's calm down. I missed that one because it was at its peak during a time when I didn't have cable.
Okay, all right.
That was out of my hands. Let's calm down.
One of the quizzes that's jumping out at me right now is which ghost from Danny Phantom are you? And I'm kind of curious.
I only know one. It's Danny, the Phantom himself.
Let's do that one. Let's just do that one. Let's at least start here and see where we're at. Wait a minute. What? Hang on. There's something called BuzzFeed Quiz Party. See when I may be sending you a link here in a second.
Okay.
Oh man. Now this is fun. I'm sending you a link. In fact, screw it. Chat, link's coming to you too. Join if you want. We're about to take this quiz together. Okay, now for real, like if this works and isn't just like horribly stupid, this may be like a way more fleshed out thing we need to do later. I'm going to share my screen as well, so people can see what we're doing here. Try to get the sizing better for you. All right. Steven, did that link work for you? There it is.
I am some sad-looking frog.
I was about to say, how am I a dog and you're some weird frog thing? So
that's unfortunate.
All right, Vortex. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's too much time.
Oh, there he is. Okay, Vortex. I don't have any. If someone else is trying to get in, you better just put a W in the chat right now. I'm gonna give you
10
just
seconds.
10 seconds. Steven, Trek for Yomi comes out like Wednesday, I think.
It comes out Friday at the 5th. So that would be
excited.
Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Before you start this, I'm going to say for the audio listeners so they know what's going on. And by audio listeners, I mean people like Joe, who may be here, but he's playing another game and not actually watching what we're doing. We are doing a BuzzFeed quiz party. The link is in the chat right now. You have 15 seconds to join and be part of it before we leave you behind. In fact, I'm going to go get some water. By the time I get back from getting my water, Joe,
that's a good. Joe.
Starting. I'll be right back.
That's a good barometer. Vortex, I'm not sure why you're a cat, but I would love to be the cat that you are. I'm really excited about the potential of what we've just offhandedly discovered. Joe, if you want to join, jump in that link. You have until Steven returns. Oh shit, he's back.
I was able to call him out. Joe, get over here.
Hey, there we go. He's here. Okay, all right. I think this is probably as many as we're gonna get. I'm sorry if we missed someone. I'm sure we'll do another one. So we're gonna start.
Well, we'll definitely do this again.
Yeah, this could be really fun. So, all right. Now I don't know. I guess we're just all going at the same time. So the first question is, what's the first thing you do when you get home? This is which ghost from Danny Phantom are you? Okay, all right. What's the first thing you do when you get home from running errands? Do you take off your shoes, look to see who else is home, do a little dance, greet your plant babies, call your mom, go straight to the fridge, change into comfy clothes, check your socials, turn on the TV, or rant about your day? I didn't realize it until I read it, but rant about my day is mine. So there's that.
What's my favorite
How
pastime between reading and plotting revenge?
ranting about your day? How would your friends describe you? A silly goose, a badass, a mover and shaker, a collector, a cutie pie, an icon, a yacker? What is a yacker? Like a talker?
Yeah, it'd be a talker.
A gossip, a hard ass, or a high achiever? I'm gonna say a silly goose for me. I'm really curious to see the rest of these results. What's your favorite pastime? Watching reality
I'm
TV,
almost done.
reading, plotting. Steven, I'm reading. I'm trying to read through these for the audio listeners. I'm trying to make this more engaging. Watching TV, reading, plotting revenge, gardening, rearranging furniture, eating, playing an instrument, working out, gross, tweeting, or drawing. Ugh. I guess. See, where's gaming in this? That's what I need. But I'll throw reality TV. Which superpower do you want? The ability to make anyone laugh, the ability to shoot laser from my eyes, the ability to multiply yourself. That would be just. I don't like that one. The ability to make
I would
plants
need
grow.
a little bit more details on the multiplying yourself rule.
See, I just feel like that has all kind of bad effects for like multiple personality disorder and like the whole cloning thing of like who's the real.
Like, is it like a shadow clone situation to where it's like a version of yourself that's very temporary, or is it like in Teen Titans when they saw all the different sides of Raven's personality, where if you clone yourself, you create a happy version of yourself, or like what kind of multiplication are we talking about?
The ability to move things with my mind, that's a high winner. The ability to control all technology. The ability
We're all waiting on you, Jake.
I know. I'm trying to read these. The ability to fly. That's what I'm going to go with. Finally, pick the movie quote that best describes your life. Greater good. I'm your wife. I'm the greatest kid you're ever going to get. By all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me.
I almost put that as my quote. I probably should have put that as my quote.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. I can't tell you how many times we say that daily. I am Groot. Hilarious. Just smile and wave, boys. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Great. Nothing goes over my head. Oh. Oh man, I don't know. That describes my life. I'm just gonna say keep smiling and wave. Smile and wave, boys. All right, I'm done with the quiz. I'm sorry y'all waited on me. Let's see the results. So I am Clockwork.
Wow.
Which is hilarious.
Two of them.
Vortex is also clock. Whoa, what?
Yeah.
How about that? That's crazy. Also, I love how you got. He's like, I'm pretty sure that guy was like the warden of like the ghost jail or something like that. And I don't remember Clockwork.
He was the guy that could manipulate time.
Trick shot was his henchman. Can you tell where I got the ideas for all of my?
Not at all
my things. So, yeah. Wow, that is hilarious that we all got. We had doubles of everything. Look, Vortex asking about the why reality TV. That was the closest thing to video games that I could pull off that list. So that's where I'm at.
I put plotting revenge.
Oh man. All right, everybody hit next quiz.
Next quiz.
We'll do one, maybe two more, and then we'll call it. But this is fun. I like that we can have multiple people join. There's supposed to be a new Jackbox. We need to do that at some point. Yeah. Now, I don't know if we're voting or if I just am going to pick.
You're picking.
So everyone is 50% Disney and 50% Harry Potter. Which are you? Okay, all right. Eat from these different kids menus, and we'll reveal how many kids you'll have. Okay, no, that's thank stupid. You. I was hoping it was going to be like, what's your favorite? What kids meal item are you? What chicken wing flavor matches your personality? Everyone has a Disney villain alter ego.
I feel like my wing flavor would be blue cheese. No one actually likes it.
Okay, we could do fruit. You want to match your personality to fruit?
Let's match to fruit. That's fine.
Let's match to fruit. Audio listeners, I apologize. I'm not going to read through all of these. I'm going to ask the question and then I'm going to give my answer. All right. Which of these words do you love most? Ooh, skedaddle. I love it. Pick a comfort food. Ooh. Oh gosh. Crap. Steven, when you think of comfort food, what is your interpretation of that?
A food that is going to that I'm going to eat that leaves me feeling content, like something I'm going to eat and just be like, I'm full. I'm done. Like, like I just need to have a good hearty meal that just makes me happy.
I guess mac and cheese.
That's what I put as well.
I was looking at a bunch of them. What was your dream job as a kid? I guess I'm going to put actor. Let's see. Pick a honeymoon destination. Ooh. Oh, Scotland. I don't know if I'd want to go there for my honeymoon.
Wait on you, Jake.
God. Okay. Look, this is not a race. All right. You can pace yourself through these results.
I would have been done for everybody else, but I had to stop and explain to you what comfort food meant.
Yeah, so thank you.
Really
I needed you to give me a definition. Which of these words do you hate the most? Ugh, phlegm.
You know what word I hate that is not on here? Discharge.
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's kind of where I'm at with phlegm, right?
Yeah.
And finally, what's the best vegetable? Okay, I'm gonna get some fire right now. But y'all, Brussels sprouts are the shit.
Wow.
I can't tell you how many times I get so excited when Brussels sprouts are on our menu. I love Brussels sprouts.
What are the benefits of eating Brussels sprouts?
Steven, wow. We're all peaches except for Vortex, who is a strawberry. He's apparently...
You're all about aesthetics and beauty. This is the worst quiz I've ever taken in my entire life.
So... what I love about Vortex is strawberries are intelligent as hell. Like, what? What does that mean? But also Vortex is a robot, so it makes sense.
Yeah, this quiz,
we got peaches because we all peach gang. It's peach gang. We all got that donk, you know what I'm saying? That's what that's about. All right, next quiz. Let's do at least one more. And then this needs to be like a dedicated stream. This is hilarious. This is fun. See, I knew this would be a good like topic of the show for a podcast.
What's the limit of people that can participate?
I want to say 8.
Okay.
So like honestly, if someone else wants to join when we get back in, we could probably have someone else join. Leos is probably asleep by now, but at one point she was like, can I come on the podcast and play? And I was like, maybe. Or I wasn't like, maybe. I was like, yeah, you absolutely could, but I didn't think she'd stay awake long enough. So Joe, we're waiting on you, just so you know, waiting on you to click a button. I know you guys are speed demons. He's probably fighting zombies, I'm
going to open up Hades just so I can complain like Joe's complaining.
I love it. So yeah, I really like Brussels sprouts though. I'm sorry that.
But what are the benefits of Brussels sprouts?
I mean, I feel like they're pretty healthy for you, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the benefits offhand. That's not why I eat them because they're good.
You misunderstood the question, because part of what makes the best vegetable is the benefits of eating the vegetable.
Yeah, I guess it's true. There's one quiz that said it's these 20 yes or no questions will separate the parents from the non-parents.
No.
And then here are the most popular 90s toys in all 50 states. That's interesting. I don't think that's really going to tell us. Okay. Do you want to find out your toxic traits, Steven?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, it doesn't look like we can add more people, but 6 people can participate,
Okay.
Steven. So, all right, here we go. What's your typical morning like? Hitting the snooze, absolutely. I hate it. I don't wish I was. I don't wish I
agreed.
was like that. I wish I wasn't like that, but that's mine. When was the last time you argued with someone? Steven, how are you defining argued? Like
Actual like
you're pissed at somebody argument.
like both sides want a different outcome to the conversation, not
Okay.
just debate.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
argument
great.
is there needs to be a change.
Great. I just want to make sure
Yes.
we were on the same page there. I'm going to say a while ago then. Let's see. Do you make daily to-do lists? I don't know about daily, but yes, I make to-do lists. How often do you treat yourself daily? Probably too much. What do you wish you had more of? Oh, I wish I had more time. What do you wish you were doing right now? I guess my hobby, which is video games. So, sure. All right, I'm done with the quiz. Wow, did I beat you guys?
No, I think it's a either that or because
I'm done.
yeah,
I'm done with the quiz. There it is. Okay. Mine is procrastination. God, that's real though.
that is not true.
You?
Perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist.
But you do put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Absolutely. But it's not because I need things to be perfect. I'm lucky if I even get anything to happen at all.
I'll take procrastinator. That's definitely.
Yeah, procrastination is definitely my toxic trait. I didn't need this quiz to tell me that.
I didn't need that quiz. Joe got conflict avoidance, which I feel like would also be one of mine. So that's funny.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that trait.
Wow.
I will.
Wow.
I will start a conflict if I need to.
Okay, maybe one more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, let's do one more. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. I just don't want. I know Asher is at some point going to get fussy, and I hate when it's like the end of the show, and then I have to run to go help him out. Let's see.
Joe, if you ever want any company on Back for Blood or No Man's Sky, you just let me know. I'm back up to 170 mil on No Man's Sky.
Steven is a lot easier, Joe, to get to play a game with you than I am, and I hate that about myself. But I don't. Steven plays a lot more than I do. So, let's see. Okay, here we go. Which item from the kids menu are you?
The toy.
I'm glancing to see if there's any other ones that I like better than that one. I love and I hate BuzzFeed quizzes. You know what I mean? Like they're all over the place.
I can't say I like them at all.
Well, like there are certain quizzes like the ones we've taken that are good, and then there's some that are just way out there.
Even the ones we've taken, I've been underwhelmed. They're just
they're just fine.
They don't know me.
They don't know me.
They don't know me, Jake.
Oh.
What?
Okay, this one is, if there was a Pokemon Zodiac, what would your sign be? Between that or kids menu, what do you want, Steven?
I feel like kids menu is more universal to the people involved because I don't think Vortex knows Pokemon.
That's all right. Fair enough. All right, which item from the kids menu are you? Starting quiz. Last one for the night. Do you drink enough water? Absolutely not. Which person are you in your friend group? Okay,
I need to phone a friend or ask the audience for this one. am
friend
I
group?
on friend group?
Okay.
Am I the mom/dad, the jokester, or the realistic one? I feel like I'm between those two. If we're in if we're talking like video game group, then that's a completely different thing. But like in friend group, like in social groups, Vortex says realistic.
I was kind of leaning towards realistic or Joker. To which I'm going to ask you, am I the easygoing one or the jokester?
Easygoing, definitely easygoing.
Okay. All right, there you go. Thank you for this phone a friend.
Yeah.
How do you feel about reading? Ugh. I wish I read more than I do, but I obviously don't make time for it. So is that really true? How often do you wear a hat? I wear hats quite a bit when I don't have a haircut. I wore a hat one time. I didn't go wear. I wear the same hat every day. I never wear a hat. I wear hats randomly. That was a horrible list of like times to wear a hat. Are you scared of the dark? I'm only scared if I get in my head about it. That's a great answer. Around what time do you usually go to bed? Now, Steven, did you count that as go to sleep or go to bed?
Go to bed with the intention of going to sleep.
All right, I'm going to say 12 a.m. then. Do you like scary movies? Absolutely. Where's the fucking hell no button? I hate them because they scare me too much. There you go. Done with quiz. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Vortex said, hopefully I'm chicken nuggies. Hey, I got chicken nuggies. I'm fun, but easygoing. I'm a little bit introverted, and I have a solid group of close friends. Aw. Steven, you're a cheese quesadilla, and I love it.
You have extra style and flair. Some people think you're weird, but you're really just unique and people can't deal with it. Who wrote these quizzes? What moron writes these?
And then Joe and Vortex got French fries. They're all over the place. You have a lot of friends and you're fun to be around, but some people don't take the time to get to know the real you. They underestimate you, but you'll show them and they'll be sorry.
Wow. That sounds more like me.
Doom right there. Wow. Okay. I feel like better safe than sorry. Let's end that right there.
Cut our losses and run.
Let's cut our losses and run. Wow, that was fun. Thank you guys for jumping in there with us. Towards the end, I will definitely we will do something like that again. That was a lot of fun. But cool. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight's podcast. Of course, if you're watching live on all the platforms that we used to stream to, go to chortlegames.com because that's where we're only going to be next week on the podcast. That's when it'll start. Next week's podcast will be the official first no multi-platform stream. So next podcast, be sure to come to chortlegames.com and watch and hang out. If you're on any of those other platforms, be sure to go to chortlegames.com and subscribe. Obviously, Twitter, we're still tweeting and stuff, or I tweet occasionally on there. So follow us there. Of course, join our Discord. Go to chortlegames.com, and in the banner, there's an invite to join the Discord. So that's the easiest way to get there. But yeah, we don't just do the podcast. The podcast is every Monday night, usually around 8:30 Central Standard Time. And then, but we do live streams throughout the week. Typically, we live stream on Thursday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights. Steven, I'm wide open this week. So what do you want to do?
Let's consult Jeremy because he's back in town.
The Germ is back. And so we're going to play with him. What were some things we just talked about? We talked about, we should do Avengers. We should do Watch Dogs. Now, is Watch Dogs something that Jeremy can do with us?
No.
Okay. So what I'm kind of thinking, let's see when Jeremy is available. What I would like to do personally is let's try to do, if you're on a stream that Jeremy can't do, let's you and I do Watch Dogs. The stream that Jeremy can do, let's maybe do Avengers.
Or
Back for Blood. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, we can coin flip, decide on that. But then maybe Saturday, or one of those other days that either Jeremy can or can't do. Let's maybe do a watch of Moon Knight.
Okay.
Because I need to catch up on that, and I'd rather do it with you and everyone else here. And hopefully not get deleted, somehow for that. But anyway,
deleted. No.
I think we'll be okay. It should be fine. Wait, nothing ever happened from the Mortal Kombat watch, did it? I don't remember anything coming down from that. Which again, it's basically we recorded a commentary track with really poor tracking.
Yeah,
to connect to the movie.
And I mean, there's a YouTube channel called Pretty Much It. All they do is commentary tracks. So
there you go.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Anyway, that's the plan. We'll see. We'll see where the week takes us. Again, chortlegames.com. Be sure to follow us there. This week we will multi-stream. So if you are somebody who's been watching us on Twitch, we will for the rest of this week be streaming to that platform. But starting with next week's podcast, we will be done with that service. And so anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.